ليوفيهم أجورهم ويزيدهم من فضله إنه غفور شكور صدق الله العظيم.
Views can only enrich our history and culture. For good ideas and true innovation comes from only human interaction and debates. Respected members of the Managing Committee, distinguished guests, honorable principals, honorable members of the jury, respected school officials, teachers, dear students, and the stars of the day, the debaters. Assalamu alaikum and a warm morning to one and all.
No salam, and a great lawyer knows the judge. Respected chairperson, members of the jury, members of my house, and my worthy opponents, a very warm good morning to one and all. The topic on the floor is judiciary is biased towards the influential, and I firmly stand for the motion. The court is supposed to be the one place where every citizen can receive a fair hearing. There is no greater tyranny than that which is executed under the shield of law and in the name of justice. In recent years, cases have surfaced.
Albert Einstein once said, in matters of truth and justice, there is no difference between large and small problems. For issues concerning the treatment of people, all are the same. If we say yes to this statement, it means that in a country where right to equality is a fundamental right incorporated in Article 14 of our Indian Constitution, there are discrepancies in the reality of its execution.
Walked past this person, and I happened to realize that his life was far more complex and far more contrast than mine. The retired advocate walked past his courtroom and realized how easily he was manipulated. Respected dignitaries, honorable panel of jury, members of staff and school, a very good morning to you all. Today, I stand before you to express my views for the motion, judiciary is biased towards the influential. Let me take an example of our very generation. We choose Starbucks over Barista, Dior and Chanel over H&M, and McDonald's over Subway. Now this is exactly what's happening to justice.
If I feel secure, it's because of it. If there is respect for me in this crime-infested world, it's because of it. If I can state with conviction that right will triumph in the end, it's because of it, the judiciary system. Honorable judges, my beloved teachers, friends, and my worthy opponents, Assalamu alaikum and a fabulous morning to one and all. I stand before you to speak against the motion on the topic of today. 1st of August 2007, Dutt convicted for illegal weapons. On 31st July 2007, the court sentenced actor Sanjay Dutt to 6 years rigorous imprisonment for illegal possession of weapons during the serial mobile blast in 1993. And the last I heard, he was still serving his sentence in Yerwada jail. And if Sanjay Dutt isn't one influential person, then I don't know who is. If you think that the judiciary is biased toward the influential, then you're wrong. Because the judiciary at times has declared those influential people who are actually innocent as guilty. Indian hearts still remember the pleas of Kapil Dev, the famous Indian cricketer who was alleged by Manoj Prabhakar of match-fixing charges. Stung by the betting controversy, he said, I bid adieu to the game that gave me so much, and then took a great deal of it away on the mere hearsay of a third party. And my worthy opponents make hue and cry that the judiciary is totally biased towards the influential. A judge takes a decision on the basis of facts and evidence submitted by the lawyers. Evidence is the basis of all judgments. So this doesn't mean the judiciary is biased because decisions are taken on the basis of facts and personal experience. Eminent people like political leaders, jurists and activists had petitioned President Pranab Mukherjee, urging him to waive off the death sentence of 1993 Mumbai blast convict Yaqub Memon. In this 15 pages petition, the signatories cited various legal points and international commitments to say that he should not be hanged. In spite of all these desperate attempts, you know what the outcome was. I wonder where the power of the influential people to bend the law go at this time. My worthy opponents have been emphasizing on the fact that the Indian judiciary is biased towards the rich and powerful. I would like to reinstate that the judges of the Indian courts have maintained very high standards of judicial integrity. This fact has also been recognized by international business community. This is one of the main reasons multinational corporations have been joining into joint ventures with Indian business and are investing billions of dollars in India. To conclude, I say that I strongly stand against the motion that judiciary is biased towards the influential.
Justice is for sale, where you can buy lawyers. The place where rich gets richer and the poor gets prison. The influentials get away with bribery, forgery, corruption, scams and even murder, while the common man will be hauled into jail even for a minor theft. 30% candidates from the BJP in the Congress, 50% politicians of UP and Madhya Pradesh, and more than 200 members of the parliament now face criminal charges.
Justice is the right that has to be granted to each and every citizen. Then why is it being given on the basis of fame or power? In our country, right to equality is a fundamental right incorporated in the Article 14 of Indian Constitution. But do you think that this right is granted to all its citizens? Does the huge concept of rule of law, which is considered as a substantial element in our country's judicial system, disappear when it comes to the influential? I say yes. Celebrities and affluents have a life which is much easier than commoners like us, especially because they get along with offences that are unlawful in nature pretty easily.
Corrupt and inefficient enough to not put forward the required facts and figures before the judiciary, which as a result delays or denies judgment. Therefore, I don't see how judiciary is responsible for this. Another worthy opponent raises a question on the provision of bail. But the fact is that bail is a fundamental provision provided by the Constitution to all the prisoners to help them search for evidences and prove their own innocence. But if some influential criminals misuse this provision, then how is
The
judiciary?
bedrock of democracy is the rule of law. Nowadays, rule of law disappears and disappoints the people when it comes to celebrities and influential groups. So, rule of law, even though being the bedrock of democracy, it's being broken down with various pressure groups. Similarly, one of my lovely opponents said that justice cannot be something that can be brought through power on state.
The opponents said that justice delayed is justice denied. Well, if I remember correctly from my 9th grade civics textbook, it said that delaying judgment leads to increase in quality of decision. My worthy opponents, please, before criticizing an author of democracy, understand the principle of democracy. And one of my worthy opponents also said about Salman Khan, Sanjay Dutt and whatnot. I tell you, because of our corrupt legislature, the only way you can get bail is if you have a very good lawyer. These lawyers are knowledgeable, efficient and so clever that their hourly charges are more than the annual incomes of some families.
After listening to my worthy opponents, I came to know that most of them can be fictional writers because they have the power to imagine things that never happen. Let's take the case of Salman Khan.
come on now. To be honest, I respect him a lot. But he was someone who drove the car through poor people who were rendered homeless, and he was found to be drunk. My worthy opponents, please tell me, if there was a commoner in place of Salman Khan, would he be set free? No.
Almost all my worthy opponents said that judiciary is biased towards the influential. First of all, why are we blaming the judiciary, which gives us the verdict on the basis of what the lawyers have said? Secondly, all my worthy opponents said that the lawyers have they have forgotten about the influential people like Imelda Marcos, who was exiled from her country, and Dominic Strauss-Kahn, who was debarred from running for the president.
You know what I was thinking, sitting over there watching the debate, that for this cluster meet, we should change the rules and regulations and give a big trophy to everyone present here. And I'm not exaggerating, though I was not there for the whole debate, but I was there for the complete rebuttal, and I could see that confidence, the intonation, the presentation, the art of convincing. Wonderful, super. Give them a round of applause. Seeing you people speak in this manner, dear children, both the parties. And one more interesting thing. When I was listening to this side, I was 100% with them. And when I was listening to this side, I was 100% with them. So dear children, seeing you speaking so confidently, so convincingly, gives us a lot of confidence, a lot of satisfaction that you are the ones who are going to lead the society tomorrow.
And I'm not having a debate either. Why are debates required? Debates, they don't just stop at school. For those of you who want to pursue a career in corporate, those of you who want to have your own business, debates are really useful. It's just not your preparation, it's not your speaking abilities, your knowledge, your diction alone, but the most important thing which distinguishes debates from speeches is your ability to observe and the ability to respond based on your observation. This is extremely important and this is the distinguishing factor. And that's why we have the rebuttal in the end.
Debating skill. And then you come to a conclusion. You just stand in the middle. I find all these wonderful people should be given a round of applause, please. This is an opportunity, and everyone present here use the opportunity to his or her maximum. Be it intonation, be the words they uttered, be the way they argued, I found absolutely immaculate. I should say some of the sentences which really captured my attention.